Hey, this is Mark Henry, author of Dancing with Energy, Healing, Magic, and Mysticism. Here to talk to you today about angels and archangels and magic. Now, when we're talking about angels, the way I'm defining it is as celestial beings who are described in the Jewish, Christian, Muslim, both the canonical and apocryphal literature in those areas. I understand that there are angel-like beings in other cultures. However, I'm kind of sticking with those that are in those three. And I'm not just talking about the Old and New Testament, but also the literature that about angels that were, I guess, inspired from those sources. Okay, so when we're talking about angels, it's important to remember that angels not only work to create positive, constructive outcomes, but also they can be used to create harm. Harm, you say? Well, if you look at the Old Testament, you will understand the mythology of angels and what they're capable of when you look back at the story of Sodom and Gomorrah and a few other places in the Old Testament. That angels, which I kind of think of them, especially their archangels, as kind of spiritual soldiers who are there to exact the will of the divine. Now, I understand that they're not all angels aren't soldier-like. Some of them have different purposes. However, in that instance, it does seem like they're just very persistent, and very much on a mission, kind of like soldiers. There was a point where I really didn't resonate with angels too much, especially when I was younger. I felt like they was too white light, new agey, touched by an angel type of stuff, that I couldn't really connect with it. In that particular archetype of the angels. However, as I've gotten older and had more experience with angels, my perception of them and my knowledge of them have grown into kind of a more fuller understanding of them. Way that I developed that fuller understanding was by doing some basic Kabbalistic magic and path working, where I came in contact with Michael and with Gabriel. Michael, by the way, if you ever wanted to an archangel to beseech for protection, he would be the one. He is the one who cast Lucifer out of heaven. Gabriel, different story. But in any case, I came in contact with those two in various meditations, and I could, when they were present, you could feel their power. It was very, very intense. It was not like something I've ever felt in other spirit beings. It felt like it was almost like a physical pressure, like a wind that is like 200 miles an hour that can just crush you. In fact, at those times, I had to ask them to let up and adjust their energy, because when they talk about in the Bible about these angels having so much power that they can, instantly kill somebody, that's what you would feel just by an intention. So they instantly gained my respect, and I also gave more credence to some of the older literature about these particular beings. So why work with angels to begin with? And just to kind of get back, also when we're talking about archangel, I'm not just talking about Michael and Gabriel. There are many others. There is Uriel, there is Raphael, Haniel, Raziel. So I don't want to get the impression that there's only two. Archangels are kind of the higher order of angels. So just as a side note. So back to, why do we work with angels? One is that angels work exclusively in the human service industry. They don't require tips, unlike other beings. It means that they don't require offerings or payment or anything else. It's just their internal makeup to just help human beings. And within there's particular sphere of influence and expertise. Also, as number 2, angels, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. Angels will kind of get down and help you according to their mission and their purpose. Cultists seek angels not only to do, for, blessings, for good fortune, for protection, but they also seek angels for revenge when some type of unnecessary harm has befallen somebody. Again, the mythology of the more violent nature of the angels has created this reputation where people actually go and look for these particular angels. Now, these particular angels have Hebraic names. They're in obscure mystical literature. However, they can be found. They're not the type of angels that we typically think of and are familiar with. Especially not in the current books like Ask Your Angel or some of the guardian angel type of literature out there. Number 3, angels care about you and your relationship with the divine plan, whatever that is. I don't seek to know what that is, the divine plan, and I think that some of this is intentionally kept hidden from humans. On the other hand, if you want some knowledge that you don't normally have, maybe a piece of what your purpose is in the universe, there's an angel for that, the Archangel Raziel. He is the angel that one petitions to uncover hidden knowledge, to uncover secrets, maybe things that are going on in your life that you can't put your finger on. So he's one of my particular favorite angels to work with. So Raziel. Also, one thing to think about, let me share you kind of my experience working with angels. There's one particular angel that I have been working with. His name is Amiel. Now, Amiel, just like you can tell from the word, Latin from amor, love, he's an angel of love. So let's say that you aren't particularly satisfied with your circle of friends. What you can actually do is petition Amiel to work with you, to do whatever is necessary. In my particular case, I kind of want to attract some extra friends that are loyal and who are very much willing to spend time with me. Angels that, not angels, that's Amiel, but friends just that for a degree of closeness. And I know that is actually something that some people struggle with. For example, you may be in a circle of acquaintances who you don't really necessarily call friends, who you're not sure whether to trust them and maybe they don't trust you. But I guess in my case, I'm trying to expand my circle. So I've been working with Amiel to do that. Amiel can work with you on maybe issues so that you become a better friend. Or maybe so that you can unlock some of your inner charm or charisma that may be stored away because of past experiences, so that you become more of the type of person other people would want to be and be friends with. So Amiel is a lot about inner work. So I really like working with Amiel. And to kind of give you some examples of how this has played out, since I've been working with Amiel, a few things have happened. One is that, this is the big one for me, is that I had a good friend in when I was going to school and college, and then a couple of years after we graduated, I started seeing them, and this is kind of a professional contact, kind of works in my industry, and this particular person, I'd try to speak with them, and they just did want to give me the cold shoulder. You can tell when someone's intentionally not looking at you at some professional meetings and get-togethers in the community. And this went on for like 12 years. And I tried to keep my energy and my heart open to this person, and just nothing happened. So, a couple weeks after working with Amiel, this person sat next to me, intentionally, I think. There were other places to sit in a professional conference. And started talking with me. We started joking just like we did in college, like we didn't miss a beat. And it was complete 180. And we just had a ball. And it was something. It was astounding. So friendship magic. Okay. Another thing is that I had a guy friend who, similarly, I haven't heard from in about 10 years, who all of a sudden gave me a call and wanted to hang out, wanted to have lunch. You know, we got the chance to spend time together. But it's been, 10 years, and we, it was, even 10 years ago, it was kind of like a rocky type of relationship. So, that's example number 2. I've noticed that when I've been working with Amiel, people are tend to be more friendly toward me in public. More likely to come up to me and say hello and be friendly and smile, and I think this is a kind of a result of working with this particular angel. So, Amiel. And by the way, if you want to work with Amiel, I'll put a link in the bottom of my description for this video. There's a book called Angels of Love by Xana Blaze, which you can check out. Also, I just want to kind of give you kind of a reminder that in a lot of these videos, I actually, if you want know more about the subjects, I actually intentionally put some books at the bottom below the description, so feel free to do that. All right. Leave a comment, please subscribe and like. Hope you're having a good weekend. Enjoy Memorial Day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.